All right, I'm a little bit under the weather, but let's talk about what's missing with the Detroit Pistons. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. All my social media links there, man. And a lot of us had playoff expectations, or some of y'all. It's hard to make that jump. From lottery pick team, top five, top seven. It's hard to make that leap. You know what I'm saying? To go from that bottom dweller to playoff team. And Charlotte almost did it, but they didn't do it last year. And they had a good mix of veteran talent, young talent. We're talking about Rozier, Hayward, and guys like that. LaMelo, Washington, Bridges. I mean, you got to learn to win. You know what I'm saying? Even if you put LeBron, Carmelo, Dwayne Wade, all them on one team, Chris Bosh, as rookies, no matter how talented they are in this league, you learn. You learn from, I remember Dwight Howard said what made him get in the weight room was that Detroit or Kevin Willis, the center, he said that he held my hand behind my back, my arm. He said I couldn't move it. He said Kevin Willis made me get in the weight room. And you learn things like that. Tricks of the trades, how to bump and foul, how to, it's just too much to learn to curve on. You got the great veterans, the great coaches. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. So for people being, for people being impatient, it's just the way it is. He from Jackson, my bad. I think he from Jackson. Hold on. He went to Persian. Yeah, he from LA. He was born in LA, but he was from the D. So he went to John J. Persian. Shout out to Persian Doughboys, one of the best nicknames ever. And I heard Martin Luther King won the state title. Shout out to them. They was the first DPS school to win the state title in history when Nick Williams, who played for the Packers, was there. So shout out to them, man. That's monumental, bro. Win it again. We just don't have the resources that other school districts have. We did, chopping wood and the best facilities, man. But can't blame that on them, But yeah, I mean, it's just experience. And then also people talking about Jeremy Grant taking shots from Cade. Yeah. Cade is all around game. He defend, he pass. So I just don't think Jeremy Grant should be your star scorer. You know what I'm saying? And it's taken away from his defense. I was having a conversation with my mans in the grocery store about a couple months ago. He made a good point. I think Coach Ryan in the D was a channel. I couldn't find it though. But he made a good point. He was like, man, Grant being a scorer compromises defense. And right now, he's shooting 19 points a game, 4.7, 2.3, and he's shooting less than 40%, less than 32% from three. He's not efficient, bro. You got somebody playing outside their role, and before the rest of the league find out, you should switch. You should trade him. He's a 3-and-D guy. He's a 3-and-D guy, bro, and that's what he do. 3-and-D. So, like I said before, man, part of the issue is, man, he getting volume, but it's not effective volume. It's not effective value. It's not effective, bro. So that also messing up the rhythm of the team. When your top scorer is shooting less than 40% of the field, of course that's going to affect everybody morale, everybody shooting percentage. So even though you need that veteran locker room, you don't need Jeremy Grant taking up all them shots. You don't. And he's a vital piece to that issue. It's hard to switch him back to his position because he's the OG in the locker room. He's the OG. So, like I said before, man, K need to have a green light special like Luka Doncic. And that's the honest truth. And Jeremy Grant, if he was effective with his volume like a DeWine Wagner or Dwayne Wade or Iverson, if he was effective and he was giving us wins, then, what I'm saying, that'll make sense. But volume-wise, he's not even effective, bro. Like when LeBron scored, points per game, he's effective. Especially in his prime, he's effective. Now his presence, Jeremy Grant, obviously not that. Even when Jordan left, Scottie presence, everything he did, Scottie defense didn't drop off that much, if any, when Michael retired. So, I mean, You know, that's what I'm saying, bro. He took a step because he got more shot attempts, but that's not him. And why his stock is high. You know what they say, you gotta know when to hold him and when to fold him. You gotta fold him and move him. You have to find veterans too, no doubt about it. You gotta find every other veterans to come in and come in and fertilize and nutrient and get nutrients to these young guys. But Jeremy Grant, you know, that's just his biggest issue, right up under the coaching issue. Nigga, you not Iverson. And he don't need the green light special. And you know, if I can flip him for Ben Simmons, so be it. If I can't, if I gotta flip him, excuse me, so flip him on the weather, flip him for Buddy Hield, I make the call. But he doing more harm than foul. And I like him. But it's behind him to go back to his natural position. Corner 3, third, fourth option. Can he help Brooklyn? Absolutely. Give me all your draft picks, whatever else you got. Can he help the Knicks? Absolutely. But we need veteran leadership back. We need to find those guys. Can he help Portland? Absolutely. Golden State? Absolutely. But you need to find veterans to replace him. If it's a 3-team trade or whatever, you can't trade him to Orlando and bring back all young guys. The locker rooms, they're just not gonna learn how to win on and off the court. You have a lot of niggas going broke. You gotta find somebody that's respected. If it's Vince Carter out the league, you gotta find somebody that's like 28, 27, 30, you know. And that was a benefit that a guy like Bledsoe would have brought. But you gotta find somebody that's a veteran. That's what Tim Hardaway Jr. would have brought. You know, like we got the difference between us and Houston. I saw the win column and the loss column is that Houston don't have a Jeremy Grant. They need that Joe Johnson. If it's like giving Joe Johnson a few minutes and coming back and him, scoring and shit, like, look at Joe Johnson. Go find that guy. Because, you don't want to spend our money on Kevin Love. Go find that veteran that's at the end of the bench. Enter the bench and that need that. Patrick Beverly, that's what he bringing to Minnesota. I don't know where Minnesota at in the rankings, but that's what he bringing to Minnesota. But they gave this dude the green. You can't get nobody the green light. Yeah, Minnesota 7, 10 and 10. We expect him to slide back. He might stay there because the Lakers slide and the Grizzlies lost job for a couple weeks or for a time period. But what you think Mitchell from the Kings? Another veteran. Patrick Beverly probably going to change the culture in the locker room. He ain't got to be LeBron and he ain't got to be Carmelo. But, I like Tobias Harris, guys like that. Guys that's been there, done that. That's why Udonis Haslam is so important to Miami. What y'all don't see is he giving young guys that veteran nutrients, bro. The tricks of the trade, and also he teaching them how to be a professional off the court. And that's what Juwan Howard brought there for many, many years. He taught those guys how to be, professional. When he sat on the bench, he said, "This is how I do a young fella." That. And when you have veterans on the team, you have a happy locker room. You have, flourishing guys on and off the court. We can talk about Dwayne Casey, but I'm not going to talk about Dwayne Casey. I'm not going to continue to talk. But what's holding him back, man, besides Dwayne Casey is experience and Jeremy Grant having a green light. He need to go. You know what I'm saying? And obviously you can't. I think Sadiq Bey will get more shot attempts. Excuse me. They play the Lakers tonight again. It's be the last game, so hopefully everything goes smooth. But see these percentages. When he able to get more opportunities, all that's gonna go up. All that's gonna go up. When you got a nigga taking the shot every damn time down and not letting guys get in the rhythm, he just jacking shit up, and every now and again he getting hot. You gonna have low percentages. If you got the primary ball handler feeding guys like Kay Cunningham can, that's gonna go up to. I'll be nice. I say that's probably gonna go up to 42, 43%. That's gonna go up to like 45%. That 3-point percentage. All this gonna go up. He gonna be way more efficient. In a draft, if you high in the draft, you can find you another scorer next year. But watch how this team look more fun when K got the ball every time down. He feeding guys, or just Cade and Killian besides Jeremy Grant. So, what's wrong with him is Jeremy Grant. Having a green light and experience. If they've done it right, we're gonna see the growth. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. All my social media link subscription, Twitter's the fastest way, Facebook and Instagram. We'll make a financial donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link subscription. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, links there as well too. Appreciate the love and support.